My name is Devin Faraci. This. What is this? Now that the brain cloud has passed, I'm here to sort of walk you guys through what happened to me the day that I got my ass kicked at Fantastic Fest. The basic concept here is that two people get into the boxing ring. You're gonna go toe-to-toe intellectually with somebody. When that's done, we settle it a different way, with fists. You've probably never heard of Joe Swanberg. He makes movies in a genre called Mumblecore, which are really low-budget films. Everything is improvised. I'm not a really big fan of these movies. In fact, I've in print called for Joe to stop making these movies or any movies whatsoever. He didn't take that too kindly. A smarter man might have begun training weeks or months in advance. I decided to begin training about 5 hours in advance of the actual match. I met the Soska twins, Jen and Sylvia Soska, who are Canadian filmmakers who are at Fantastic Fest with their new movie American Mary. The twins, who were already wearing their Mortal Kombat garb in which they were going to be fighting later on that night, happily took me into the gym and gave me some of the best boxing pointers I could have possibly asked for. So you have a film here, American Mary.
Yes.
Can you talk about that a little bit? What's sort of the premise of the film?
Oh, well, it follows medical student Mary Mason as she grows increasingly broke and disenchanted by medical school and the surgeons she once admired. So the allure of easy money and notoriety sends her into the messy world of underground surgery that leaves more marks on Mary than her so-called freakish clientele.
She's good. She can pitch that drunkie.
That is terrific. That was really, you practiced that.
I'm changing specialties, Dr. Grant.
So is it it's like body horror? Is that like sort of the thing?
Yeah, totally a body horror. The tagline is appearances are everything, and the cool thing is that we brought people from the body mod community on board, so they are playing themselves, and then we have Masters Effects, so you don't know what you're watching if it's a special effect or if it's actually a person from the community. So
oh, that's really cool.
It's a cool plan.
Ich fühle, wie Dr. Mengele heute Abend.
What's that?
Twins, ja?
Yeah.
So you guys are trained. You're real fighters.
Yes,
We're sport kickboxers. I also specialize in kabuto, which is Okinawan weapons, so that's sai, kama, tonfa, nunchucks.
She's my little sister. She's a bit of an overachiever.
What most people don't know is a fight is usually won in the first 15 seconds.
Really?
They're breathing too fast, the adrenaline kicks in, they're actually exerting too much energy and exhausting themselves.
That's not gonna be you, man.
That's not gonna be you.
Not gonna
All right,
be you.
let's glove me up and let's make this happen. So let's just start really the most basic stuff. So what is the first thing I have to know?
So the first thing we're gonna do is you're gonna go in your house.
Okay, talk to you guys later.
No, your house. Okay, first, feet shoulder length apart. This foot, back one half step. Hands up, by your hand, and your gloves almost at your cheeks. You know where you are right now?
Where?
You're in your house.
Am I in my house?
So now, I'm gonna try and get in your house. Go in there.
Okay. Do I want to reach into your...
No, you want to stay
Just stay,
tight.
just stay.
Stay tight.
Just,
because
just take it.
watch, as soon as I go like this, I'm opening my house.
Right.
Bam.
It's called ABJ. Always be jabbing. Jab, jab, and then punch and just knock her lights out. Jab, jab, punch. If you are getting him in his sides, that's kidneys, and it's gonna hurt.
I'm not gonna piss blood.
That's the
Yeah.
dream. That's the ideal.
Yeah, okay, good.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Stay in your house.
House, my house.
That's awesome. All right. Beat me up, man.
Please give it up for Devin Faraci! Put your hands together for the king of Mumblecore, Joe Swanberg!
Joe Swanberg got about 7 inches on me, easy. He's about a decade younger than I am. You know, I can't help but zing a guy. It's just sort of my nature.
Your early films were full of your heart, your soul, and your and then you moved past short subjects into longer movies.
I think I sort of worked him up into a little bit of an anger.
I'm out there doing it, Devin. I'm making movies. We're putting ourselves on the line for heads like you to take cheap shots from behind your computer.
Which, in the best of circumstances, is bad news.
begin.
All right, well, that didn't go as planned. I got into the ring with the best of intentions. So the idea here was the Soska twins, their advice was ringing in my head. Stay in your house, stay in your house, stay in your house. And then Joe got right directly into my house, and the only thing ringing in my head was my brain just sloshing back and forth inside of my skull. Joe kind of began raining punches on my head, and at one point he punched me so hard in the face that my contact lens flew out. At this point, it was obvious this fight was lost. Joe is a really good sport. We shook hands later on and took a nice picture together after my concussion had slid away. What's really important is that film critics need to sort of stand up and stand behind their words and not just sit behind a computer, because it's too easy for everybody to say, oh, well, you're just behind a computer all day. You know, you're just an anonymous guy on the internet. Ah, screw you. I'm gonna go step in the ring and I'm gonna take a dozen punches to the face because I feel what I was saying was true enough, and I'll say it again and I'll get punched in the face again.
A fight is usually won in the first 15 seconds.
You know where you are right now?
Where?
You're in your house.
Am I in my house? I'm not even piss blood.
That's the dream. That's the ideal.
I hope you've enjoyed watching me be beaten and humiliated. I know you did. And hopefully you'll join me again some other time as somebody else beats the shit out of me in a whole different way. This has been Badass Digest.
Want more badass? Check out Devin's exclusive interview with director Tim Burton discussing Frankenweenie and the classic monster movies that inspired it. And take a dark trek into the Santa Monica Canyons to discover Los Angeles' own hidden Nazi fortress.